Hi there. Are you ready for tonight's story? Well, tonight we're going to read about a dragon who loves books, but since he breathes fire, he's really hard on books. It's called Duncan the Story Dragon, and it's by Amanda Driscoll. Are you ready? Duncan the dragon loved to read. When Duncan read a book, the story came to life and his imagination caught fire. Unfortunately, so did his book. "I just want to finish a book," said Duncan. "I need to know what happens. Do the pirates find treasure? Does the captain save the ship? Do aliens conquer the earth? And I want to read those two wonderful words like the last sip of a chocolate milkshake. The end." Duncan tried everything to keep his cool. Really, truly, everything. "I have an idea," said Duncan. "I will find a friend to read to me." So Duncan searched a nearby neighborhood. "Hello, friend," he said to the raccoon. "Would you please read me this book?" "Ah!" Whoomp. Duncan explored an evergreen forest. "Hello, friend," he said to a possum. "Can you read me this book?" Plonk. Duncan traveled to a faraway farm. "Hello, friend," he said to the bull. "Will you please read me this book?" Yow! After searching the entire countryside, Duncan trudged back to his cottage. As he hugged his book, a fat tear trickled down Duncan's cheek. It landed with a plop, dribble-drabbled across the floor, then ran split-splat into a mouse. "Sad ending?" asked the mouse. "I'll never know," said Duncan. As Duncan explained his problem, he noticed a twinkle in the mouse's eye. "Do you like books?" Duncan asked. "I love books," said the mouse. Will you please read me this book?" "Certainly," said the mouse. So the mouse read to Duncan, carefully. Together they battled sea monsters, dodged icebergs, and discovered new lands. They took breaks for roasted hot dogs and toasted marshmallows. Finally, the friends sailed home. Then the mouse read those two wonderful words like the last sip of a chocolate milkshake. The end. But actually, it was only the beginning. Poor Duncan. He loved to read, but because he breathed fire, he kept burning the books up before he could finish them. And he tried to find a friend, but most people didn't want to be friends with Duncan. That's sad that not everybody wants to be friends or wants to do what we want to do. But Duncan was lucky that he hung in there until he did find a friend who liked what he liked. He found the mouse, and together they were able to read without burning up the books. And Duncan could use his gift of breathing fire to cook hot dogs and marshmallows so that they'd have something to enjoy. And they were able to read all kinds of books and let their imaginations run wild and get immersed in the stories together. It's great when we find friends who like to do what we like to do. Sometimes we have to stretch ourselves to do things they like to do, but doing things together is not only more fun, but sometimes our friends can do things we can't, like read a book without burning it up. And we can do things our friends can't, like roasting marshmallows and hot dogs. And so together we can do more than either of us would be able to do by ourselves. Jesus formed us into a church and told us that we ought to all work together because we all have different gifts. And when we put those gifts together, we can do things that we wouldn't be able to do by ourselves. and it's more fun. Do you know why Jesus would form us into a church so that we can all work together and have a better life? Sure you do. It's because he loves us this much. So God bless you. God bless you that you remember always that you are the beloved child he created you to be. Good night.